if we don't say it. Is it working? Is it okay? Sweet. Okay, today is Wednesday, August 24th. I almost said the 26th. I don't know why that day is stuck in my head. I've been typing it out. Okay, today is Wednesday, August 26th, and this is a Team Ignite Your Passion and Team Live and Love joint, darn it, 24th call. I obviously know. Guys, I can't talk today. I'm sorry. Okay, one more time. It's August 24th. This is a joint Team Live and Love and Team Ignite Your Passion team call, and we have a guest speaker, Lauren. And I always jack up your last name. Is it Kilisky? I don't know. I'm horrible with last names. I can't even get through my Success Club roll call without not effing that up. So Lauren is a 2015 elite coach. She was in 2014. She was a premier coach. She is a 5-star diamond in her first CBC, a 1-star diamond in her second CBC. She's a Success Club 5 All-Star legend. She's earned 3 Success Club trips. That's actually where we met, was in Jamaica on our way. Amanda, you met her too because we were all in Jamaica. She was on the bus with us. When we went to Jamaica, and that's where we met and we connected, and so that was really awesome. And she's been in leadership twice, so she has a very solid business. Lauren, you're gonna have to tell me how long you've been coaching, because that's the one thing I forgot to ask you. But we're really excited to have her on the call tonight and have her share her wisdom. I have a notepad, so I hope you guys are ready to take some notes. So with that, take it away.
Yay! Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I am a huge just Set Your Soul on Fire fan. Obviously, you guys are all part of that mama team, and that's actually how I found Caitlin. Is through Amy, because I connected with Amy and started following some of Amy's coaches just to see what they were up to. So I've watched Caitlin like since you were a baby coach, really, and it's been really cool just to see your journey and some of the other coaches on your guys' team, just to watch you guys all progress and see where you're going. It's awesome, and I just want you guys to know you guys are on a really special team, and if I wasn't on my team, I'd want to be on your team. But regardless, I'm really excited and honored to be here and sharing with you guys tonight. I'm going to be, if you see me reading, I am looking at notes. I use notes, otherwise my brain is all over the place and I will squirrel and rabbit trail like no other, which I probably will still do even with my notes, but hopefully this will keep me on track. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite topics, which is overcoming fear. And we're going to talk more specifically fear regarding recruiting, but fear is something that held me back for so long in my life, and I've watched it hold so many coaches on my team back as well, and I feel like if we let fear win, it can cause us to either give up and throw in the towel, or to just kind of get stuck in our own tracks if we kind of let that take us over. So when you have the courage to face your fears, it doesn't mean that you don't have fears. Because you guys, even though I'm not afraid of talking about, my challenge groups and coaching and my team anymore, I still have my own fears that I deal with every single day. So I don't want you to think that just because someone has the courage to face their fears, that they're not feeling those exact same emotions and uncomfortable feelings inside, because we all do. And there's no way to really kind of combat that. You just have to choose to overcome it, okay? So I just want you guys to all know, you guys have probably all heard this before, but fear just stands for false evidence appearing real, right? It is nothing but a whole story that you've told yourself in your mind. It's not real, and you can't overcome it, okay? So before we really dive into that topic, I want to give you guys some background on kind of where I've come from. My coaching story. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it, but I feel like it does play a really important part in tonight's topic. Okay, so I started coaching in January of 2013, and my journey with health and fitness started a little bit before then. So I hit my lowest point in my health and fitness journey when I was 19 years old. I gained like the freshman 40, not the freshman 15. And I quickly was trapped in my own body. My health was declining. I hadn't had a period in over 9 months. I had acne all over my face. My skin was a horrible color. I looked sick. I did not look like a healthy person. I went to the doctor. I got some blood work done, and that's when I was diagnosed with PCOS, which stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I was also pre-diabetic at the time. And here I am, 19 years old, guys. Like 19-year-olds should not be pre-diabetic. And I was immediately prescribed tons of medication. Here, take this, take that. And before you knew it, I was on 4 prescription medications as a 19-year-old, and told that I was going to have to take that stuff for the rest of my life to manage my symptoms. Only problem was the medication I was taking was making me feel worse. And I was also trying to lose weight at the time, but I was going to all these quick fixes. I signed up immediately after getting diagnosed with PCOS. I signed up for e-diets. I was working full-time and going to school full-time. So I was like, I don't have time to cook healthy food. I can't live a healthy lifestyle. So I did the quick fix option. I signed up for e-diets, which sends you like lean cuisine meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it made me want to gag. It was disgusting. So I tried all these like other ways. I think we've all kind of gone down that path, right? Where we try a bunch of different things until we find something that actually works for us. And I was no different. So I had to go through those experiences to really face the fact that the problem was me. The problem was the lifestyle that I was living, the food that I was putting into my body, how much I wasn't moving. That was the problem. And I decided, like my PCOS diagnosis and all these medications, it was a wake-up call. I was like, I've got to do something. I'm way too young to be this unhealthy. Like, what am I going to do about this? So I decided I was going to live a new lifestyle. I went pretty drastic, actually. Now that I think about this, I decided to move to a new city for college and to basically just start over. I was like, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to start over. I'm going to focus on my health and happiness. I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to go graduate college, get a degree, get a job, and live a healthy, happy life. So that's how I thought it was going to play out, and it ended up playing out a little bit differently. But I moved to Bellingham, Washington, which is where I live now, and I started an Instagram account. I started an Instagram account to kind of document this new lifestyle that I was living and hold myself accountable. And I happened to see everyone on Instagram talking about Shakeology, and this is back in 2013. And I was like, actually 2012. I was like, what the heck is this Shakeology stuff? Everyone on Instagram is talking about it. And at the time, I saw someone post about a Quest bar. I went out and got that Quest bar. It was that time where everyone, and I still am so all about Instagram. I get so many recommendations and referrals on Instagram of products that I use to this day. Anyways, so I heard about Shakeology. I Googled it because I didn't have a coach at the time. I went to the Shakeology website. I looked at all of the ingredients. By this time, I had become an ingredient label reader where I read everything that was in a package because I was living this new lifestyle and eliminating processed foods. And I was shocked when I found that Shakeology didn't have anything bad in it. It didn't have any fillers. I was expecting to see all of the junk in it. It didn't have soy or any of the added sugars that were bad for PCOS. I was actually pretty impressed, but I saw the price tag and I immediately X'd out of the window and went on with my day because I was a broke as a joke college student who wasn't working, and it looked nice and dandy, but it wasn't for me because it was too expensive. And that's kind of how I was first introduced to Shakeology. But yeah, anyways, I met my coach on Instagram. She made one of my clean eating recipes. I had been blogging a couple of recipes, and the recipe she made, I remember it, was this chickpea blondie recipe. And they're really delicious, by the way. She made this chickpea blondie recipe, and she got my attention because she made one of my recipes, and I was like, hey girl, I made this recipe. It was super delicious. Thanks for sharing. And I was blown away. I was like, oh, someone read my blog. Someone made my recipe. What the heck? Who is this girl? So we became friends on Facebook. Fast forward down the line, a month or so, I saw she was running a challenge group, that she was involved in Shakeology, and I reached out. I'm like, so what's this Shakeology stuff? I've heard about it. I can't afford it. How do you drink it? I didn't even know really that it was tied to coaching or any of this. And that's when she told me about a challenge group and also that I could save 25% of my Shakeology by signing up as a discount coach. Okay. So I had no intention of working this as a business. I had no idea that I would be here today sharing with you guys. It's kind of crazy when I think about it, because I really was just a girl who was on her health and fitness journey who wanted to save some money. And yeah, so I bought my first challenge pack. I think it's really important to mention that I bought my first challenge pack on my credit card and I maxed it out when I bought it. So I didn't have money to do this. I was living off of my credit cards at the time, but I decided to do it because I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I wanted change. So I was willing to make that temporary sacrifice to, have a chance at changing. And I'm so, so happy that I didn't let money be my excuse, because it very well could have been. In all honesty, I wasn't even able to pay my bills at the time. It was the best decision I ever made, because I got introduced to this amazing community who has absolutely changed my life. Like, I can't even imagine where I'd be today if it wasn't for coaching. So I got started as a discount coach, but at the time I was broke as a joke. I didn't have a job. So I don't know why I didn't want to just become a coach, but I actually do now. I know why now. But at the time, it was fear, right? I didn't have a job. I didn't have any income. I needed this opportunity from a business standpoint, but fear was holding me back. First, my biggest objection was fear of being a salesperson. I was like, I don't want anything to do with sales. Like, I'm not going to do sales, so don't ask me to. I was very clear about this stuff, not because I didn't want to do it, but because I was scared of it. I was scared of what other people would think of me. I was scared of failing, right? So, I mean, I had all of these same fears that I feel like a lot of coaches have when they first start. And to be honest, that's why I didn't work the business for the first 3 months, is because I let my fear get the best of me. Okay. So regardless, my coach, Sarah Try, she's amazing. She was there for me, and she sent me my first personal development book, which was John Maxwell's Put Your Dreams to the Test. And it was actually, it's so funny, like, just thinking about this. She got sent that book from Beachbody because of a Success Club promotion. So she gifted me one of her Success Club promotion gifts, and that book changed my life. So that book made me realize, I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. I might be quoting the title a little bit wrong. I think it's like 10 questions to put your dreams to the test. But if you Google John Maxwell, Put Your Dreams to the Test, you'll find what I'm talking about. That book made me realize that going to college and the career path that I was on wasn't my dream. It was other people's dreams. And I was trying to live their dream for them. But it made me think really long and hard about what my dreams were and the type of life that I wanted to live. And personal development really quickly started to impact me. And that book was the beginning of it. So I decided 3 months after being a coach to maybe give this whole thing a try, like, just see what would happen. And I think it was March was the first month that I hit Success Club. So I joined in January. So it was my 3rd month. In March, I helped 3 people get started on their journey. One of those people being my significant other at the time, because someone had come to me and wanted to become a coach. So I signed up my significant other to become a coach. So really, guys, as soon as I started putting myself out there, I started getting some traction from it. And it was amazing. It showed me that my fear was not real, and that I had to stop letting it hold me back. Okay. So I hit Success Club that first month, and the bug kind of bit me. And I hit Success Club for 32 months thereafter. I have missed a month or 2 of Success Club since, but hitting Success Club for 32 months in a row, becoming a Success Club legend and all-star is key to building the foundation of your business, you guys. There's no way around it. We don't talk about Success Club that much for no reason. It's because every successful coach has built a foundation for their business by helping 3 people every single month and hitting Success Club consistently. So really, that was like where it all started, was just that 1 month. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. My coach got me to come to Summit that first year, which, once again, I don't know how she got me to do that, but that really made it so much more real for me. And after I went to Summit, I saw everyone on stage, the Millionaires Club. I knew that this was my calling. I was like, there's no way I'm going back to college in the fall. I'm going to go do Beachbody full time. I'm going to follow my heart. Granted, I'm making like $100, $200 a week when I have this epiphany. So it's not like, you know, I've made it big time with Beachbody when I decided to drop out of college. But best decision I ever made. Not saying college isn't great, but it's definitely not for everyone, and it wasn't for me. And I'm so happy that I have found something that is for me. So really, that's enough talking about me. I just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory before I kind of dive into how to overcome your fears, right? So, okay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to get into this? Type in the chat box if you are. I love using the chat box, so feel free to talk to me in the chat box. Type, I'm ready, if you're ready to go, and we'll dive into this nice topic. I just want to make sure you guys haven't fallen asleep on me. But yeah, so, okay, let's go. So how many of you guys got started as a coach because you wanted to help people? Put your hand up. You got started as a coach because you wanted to help people. No? Okay. Why did you get started as a coach, Jennifer? I'm just curious.
I wanted a discount, and I wanted my best friend to stop asking me to join her team.
I love that. Oh my gosh, your best friend rocks. Good for
and
her.
I told her, I said, just understand that I will be returning this for the money day or for the 30-day money back guarantee, because this is bullshit and I'm not doing it. Like, I'm going to do it so you stop asking me. Stop.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
and that's the most honest truth.
Which is totally fine. Totally fine. I was just curious what your reason was. That's awesome.
But now I love helping people.
Yeah, look, you're here today. It's so funny how addicting it is helping people. But I would say at least 75% of you had your hands up that you got started on this because you wanted to help someone. And I freaking hear this all day long with my new coaches and my team. We get started on this journey because we want to help people. Okay, so you want to help others. We want to help others find their health and happiness, find their confidence, find their path, find, all of these amazing things that life has to offer, right? This is what 98% of coaches that I talk to say when I ask them why they got signed up. They say they got signed up because they wanted to help people. And I get it, because even before I knew I wanted to become a coach, I knew I wanted to help people. I always knew I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to have an impact. I wanted to leave a legacy. So I knew I wanted to help people all along, and coaching just became the opportunity for me to do so, right? And maybe that's the same for you. But what is stopping you from helping more people right now? Like, why? So you got signed up because you wanted to help people. So what's stopping you from helping more people? I'm just curious. What's holding you back in this current moment? And this is a question I want you to answer. So type in the chat box and let me know. What is honestly holding you back in this given moment? What is stopping you from helping more people? Be honest. There's no right or wrong answer. Focus, limiting beliefs, time. Okay. Discipline. Yes. Jenna, oh my gosh, I'm proud of you for admitting that, because a lot of people won't. And discipline is a big part of this business and being your own boss. It's not easy. And that takes balls just to admit it. So thank you. Worried about what other people think. I don't invite. Okay, this is great. Limiting beliefs. Okay, you guys, this is awesome. And you know what I kind of hear behind a lot of these things is fear. Fear is that underlying element behind a lot of these things that are holding us back, is that fear factor, okay? So fear is all in our heads. It's all self-manifested. It's all a story we tell ourselves. And it's okay to feel fear. You're never going to stop feeling fear, but it's not okay to let your fear stop you, okay? So people hear that one of our vital behaviors is inviting, and more times than not, instead of just getting comfortable with inviting, I see coaches going off in every which direction and trying to find a way to not invite. They're trying to find a way to build their business without getting down and dirty. They're like, okay, I don't have to do this vital behavior, invite. I know everyone says that that's what you have to do, but no. I got this figured out. I'm going to do it my own way, and I'm just not going to invite, and my business is still going to grow. It's not. It's not. I hate to break it to you. It's not going to just come to you. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. And if you wait for your attraction marketing to kick in, my attraction marketing, guys, it didn't kick in for me until 2 years into coaching. I started attracting the right people, the people I wanted to work with. You can't wait 2 years to get your business off the ground, because if you wait 2 years to get your business off the ground, you're going to give up. Okay? You go 2 years without getting anywhere with this, like I'm proud of you if you keep going, because you should never give up, but like more often than not, you're going to give up. So don't wait on attraction marketing to kick in. There's no way around inviting. If you want to help more people, you have got to invite. Helping people, inviting. They go hand in hand. Social media posts are great. You guys, Set Your Soul on Fire kills it in the social media game, right? I see all of your guys' social media posts. Social media posts are awesome. Social media posts are a great way of inspiring people in the day-to-day action. But if you want to actually impact somebody's life, your relationship has to go beyond a social media post, right? Because that's how you actually get to impact their life and take them on this life-changing journey with you, okay? So if you want to impact more people, if you want to help more people get started on their journey, you're going to have to invite them, okay? I probably am not sharing anything life-changing with you. You're probably like, oh, shoot, there's no shortcuts. But I share this with you because this is what's helped me be successful, is just not fighting it anymore and just embracing it and really becoming confident in the things that I do every single day as a coach, okay? So I'm just curious, is anyone mad that they're here right now? Is anyone mad? Is anyone upset that their coach asked them to join the team? Are you mad? No, right? Like even Jennifer, who was like, shut up, don't talk to me anymore. I'm going to join you just because you're so annoying. She's happy she's here too, right? So like you guys are all happy to be here, because regardless of where you are in the business, this community, being a coach, has impacted your life in some way for the better, right? We're all so happy to be here because this opportunity and this community is one of a kind. Okay, so just remember that you're not mad that your coach asked you, okay? I'm forever thankful that my coach introduced me to the coaching opportunity and got me started as a discount coach, even though I had no idea what that meant and I had no idea it would lead to me building a business, right? So we have to stop trapping people's destinies in our mouth and in our minds and start asking them. So, because if you predetermine in your mind, oh, that person's going to say no, they're never going to want to join my team, you're never going to know. Don't decide for someone. Let them decide, and make sure you get out there and give them the opportunity to make that choice, because most people have never even thought about it. They never even thought about doing what you do as a coach because they just think that's what you're doing, and they don't even think that they can do it. Maybe they don't even know that they can do it, right? But by asking them a simple question, if they've ever considered coaching, that one question can plant a seed that changes their life forever if you just have the courage to ask them, okay? So you have so much to offer people. You have so much to give. And what you have to give and what you have to offer is not defined by your rank. It's not defined by how long you've been a coach. You guys are all unique individuals with a story to tell, and you have so much to give to the world, okay? So stop being scared of inviting and start embracing it, because that is what is going to help you impact more people. Your team's not going to come to you. You must overcome this fear to be a successful coach. We on the same page? We're overcoming our fears of inviting, and we're inviting to become successful coaches, okay? Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how to actually overcome that fear, okay? These are some of my tips on how to overcome fear. Now, I think the number one thing, at least for me, that has helped me overcome my fear is by generating confidence, okay? Confidence is like the flip side of fear and will help you overcome it. But confidence, prior to popular belief, it's not something that you just have, okay? Yeah, some people are more confident than others, but everyone can cultivate confidence. And you can cultivate confidence with your actions. That is how you cultivate confidence. It's not just by thinking and reading, but taking action. That is going to make you a more confident person, okay? So I have 3 things of how I cultivate confidence. My first thing is I have an alarm on my phone that goes off. Does anyone else have the alarm on their phone that says first thing in the morning, be confident? Vito, Lavada, you guys know Vito. That's Vito's advice, so that's awesome, Amanda. But if you don't have that alarm on, put it on. 9 a.m. every single day. That's when about I start my work day. 9 a.m. my phone tells me every single day to be confident. You're a badass. You can do anything. So take whatever it is that you need to hear and program that into your phone and have it go off every day. It's the only alarm that goes off on my phone. Guys, I don't wake up to an alarm in the morning. I have said screw alarm clocks. I have worked damn hard to have the freedom to work my business whenever the heck I want to. So I wake up in the morning when my body tells me to wake up. The only alarm I use on my phone is to tell me to be confident, because that's how important it is. Every single day, you need that reminder, because, oh my gosh, I have that negative self-talk, you guys. It hasn't gone away. It's still there. And I have to remind myself that I can overcome it, okay? Number 2, how to cultivate confidence. You are what you repeatedly do. Not what you'll say you'll do, not what you think about doing. You are what you repeatedly do. Okay. So if your team, even if you don't have a team, if you had a team, if you had another coach who was looking up to you and, thought you were the Amy Silverman of the world, like you were the Amy Silverman of their eye, they look up to you and they think you are God or whatever. That's kind of I'm like, Amy. Anyway, so like you have that's what your coach is doing. They're looking up to you, right? So if your coach, potential coach, was doing everything that you did today, would they be successful? No. Then you need to look at what you're doing, okay? And you need to do what you would tell another coach to do to be successful, okay? And to me, it's just leading by example. You just got to lead by example and pave the way for your team, okay? And the best way to overcome the fear of inviting, to help your coaches overcome the fear of inviting, is talking about coaching, talking to other people about coaching, which takes practice. And there's no amount of training, webinars, team calls that you could watch that's going to eliminate the practice and the experience that you get from practicing. I have messed up so many conversations. I have said all of the wrong things, even though there's no wrong thing to say. I've done it. And I've learned from all those conversations through self-reflection. Okay. So I have a conversation. It goes good. I self-reflect on it. I make sure I do those things again so that I can repeat that conversation. If it doesn't go the way I want it to do, I'm also self-reflecting on that side of the coin and being like, well, shoot, okay, yep, no, that wasn't the right question to ask. Next time I should probably get to know their goals a little bit more, blah, 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 right? Self-reflect, always, always. Practice, 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 and there's nothing to eliminate that practice, okay? My favorite way to ask someone that I've been scared to ask, like someone that I've been talking to, relationship building with for a while, and I've just been in my own head and haven't wanted to ask them or invite them for one reason or another. I'm usually just pretty honest about it. I've stopped kind of sugarcoating things, and I tell people really honestly what I think about them, what was holding me back, and I just tell them. So here's like kind of one of my scripts if you want to jot it down. But hey girl, how's your week going? I just wanted to say thank you for being a breath of fresh air in my newsfeed. I love your positivity and good vibes. To be honest, I have thought you would be a badass coach for a while now. You're already inspiring others and doing a lot of what we do as coaches. I know this might be totally random, but have you ever considered coaching, or have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach? So I'm just really straight up with them. And I tell them that I've been watching them. I see the qualities in them. Tell them the qualities you see in them that would make them a good coach. Maybe they're not a breath of fresh air and really inspiring, but they've had a badass transformation. I've been watching your transformation, and I've been so inspired by all the progress you've been making. Whatever it is about that person that you think would make them a really desirable coach on your team, just straight up tell them. Straight up tell them that you have been thinking about them for a while. They will be flattered by that. And I feel like every time I use that message, and I always tweak it up to the person, but like it's so well received, because either the end result of that conversation, of the have you ever considered question, that's my favorite way to to ask the question is, have you ever considered? Because I'm not asking them like, will you join my team? Have you ever thought about it? No, I've never ever thought about it. Tell me more. Yes, I have thought about it and I'm not interested, or I haven't done it because of X, Y, and Z. So I know their objections right away. So the result of the have you ever considered question is gold. Either way it goes, right? It gives you whatever it is you need to continue the conversation. Yeah, okay, cool. So sounds like you guys are using techniques like this, which is awesome. I'm sure you guys, like I said, your team is badass. You guys know what's up. You guys got to get out there and do it. There's no amount of teamwork, dream work that is going to outdo the work, right? You just got to get out there and frickin' do it. Okay, and step number 3 to cultivating confidence, personal frickin' development. It is the biggest confidence generator. It has helped me become the very best version of me. And that is your number one job, as you all should know, is to become the very best version of you, right? Which includes working on your mindset. Your mindset is everything, and it will help you overcome every obstacle that comes your way on this journey, because there's going to be a lot of them, okay? So this is one of my favorite quotes. And I just posted it on social media before my phone took a big fat crap. Or it didn't take a crap, but my phone, I have a temporary phone right now, so I just posted this quote on social media. You might have seen it. But inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Get out and get busy. Dale Carnegie. Okay, so that kind of just sums up all the stuff I've been telling you guys, right? So the biggest thing that's going to cause you to just be more fearful, less confident, and feeling stuck is just thinking about your fear. Just get out there and face it. I know that's not probably what you want to hear, but it's going to get easier. Okay, so I want to go back a little while. So let's go back to when Lauren was a baby coach and when I wasn't as confident as I am today, and when inviting people was like the scariest thing in the entire world, and I thought that I possibly was going to die of like a heart attack or something just by having a conversation with people. Okay, I'm totally exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying? It was really uncomfortable and not something I enjoy. I felt so awkward when I first started talking to people and when I first started inviting people and reaching out to strangers. I had sweaty palms. My heart was racing. I was constantly thinking. I would type something out and be like, oh, is that the right thing? Okay, no. Maybe I should reword it. Maybe. No, I'll just delete the whole thing. I'll just invite them tomorrow. Like, I went through this whole thing in my head constantly. Can you guys relate? Do you ever play these games with yourself when you're like thinking about talking to someone or inviting them? You're like, so that was me. That's where I started. And now I can talk to people all day long without thinking about it twice. I'm never deleting and rewriting messages. I just type and talk and I just go for it. Okay. But to get to that point of it coming natural, you have to be willing to get very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. When you get so uncomfortable that your comfort, that what was once outside your comfort zone is now in your comfort zone, that's when it becomes natural. But it takes a long time for that to happen. And like I said, practice is the biggest thing. Okay, so how do we practice? We invite. Is that word, is invite, when you guys hear that, invite, is anyone else kind of like, or scared by it, or just kind of turned off? Like, for me personally, I was like, thanks, but no thanks. I'll just pass on that invite thing. I was like, health and fitness training, count me in. Personal development, I can do that. Invite. Nope, not for me. And that's because I didn't understand it. And you guys probably all know invite doesn't mean spam your message box with a bunch of invites. That's not what that means. I like to break it down for my team into 3 different types of invites. So 1, inviting to be your friend, right? Just inviting them to be a part of your world, to be a part of your community, to build a relationship with them. Just inviting and having a conversation, a human conversation, and connecting about something. Because hopefully you are connecting with people that you have some sort of common ground with. Maybe they also have kids, or they live in a similar area, or they frequented a coffee shop that you just went to. Hopefully there's some sort of common ground. And when you have that common ground, it's so much easier to just start a conversation like, hey, I saw you were at my favorite coffee shop last week. What did you get to drink there? I don't know, whatever it may be. But I'm always trying to network with people that I have something in common with. So it's far easier to start that initial conversation. And then I'm inviting them to a free group. And there's lots of different types of free groups that you can run and host. I don't know. I'm curious. What types of free groups do you guys run? You can invite them to a squat challenge, a free cleaning challenge, a sneak peek week. I love inviting people that I think would make good coaches, regardless of whether they've been a part of my challenge group or not, to learn more about coaching, because all my coaches start as challengers too. Whether you sign up as a coach right away, you're always plugged into a challenge group, you're always going to get the challenger support, right? Coaching is just the ultimate version of it. So don't be afraid to invite people directly to coaching before being a challenger. I'm curious, did anyone here who signed up as a coach without ever trying a Beachbody program or Shakeology or anything? Okay, so you guys see there's more hands now. So there's 5 of us on this call that didn't even have, and there might have even been more because I'm only on, or no, there's only one page. Okay, so regardless, you guys see plenty of people get started without ever using the products first. They just have a little bit of a transition period because they got to be a challenger and really fall in love with things first, right? But that doesn't mean they can't be a coach, because coaching is the ultimate way to transform somebody's life. And that's the way I always look at it. If someone's come to me or wants to work with me because they want to have a life transformation, why not give them the ultimate life-changing opportunity, which is coaching? So inviting to be your friend, inviting to a free group, and then inviting to join your team or to join your challenge group. And, you know, anytime I invite someone to join my team and that doesn't work out, I try to get them involved in my next challenge group. And, you know, I might even invite them to join my next challenge group for free so that they see that I want to pour into them as much as possible as their coach. My favorite thing, I always go for, I lead with challenge packs. I built my entire business around challenge packs. That's how I've hit Success Club so consistently, is modeling my business around challenge packs. Now, I don't let people purchase programs or Shakeology alone. If they cannot invest in a challenge pack right now, by all means, save up. I've been there. I've been broke as a joke. Save $40 a month, save $60 a month. You can do that, right? And join my challenge group for free with the Beachbody On Demand trial. Okay, that's the best way to pour into people as their coach, get them started regardless of whether they can invest. I use that Beachbody On Demand trial as like, I don't lead with that, but that's my backup so that I know I can always help someone and I never have to close my door to them. So if you're not using that BOD free 30-day offer as your backup tool, when someone says no, or they can't invest right now or whatever, try using the BOD trial. It's amazing. I've had so many people that got started with the BOD trial end up buying a challenge pack or joining my team the following month. Okay.
Can I just say one thing too on top of that?
Yeah.
Amy has a video on her YouTube that's turned 50 no's and $800, and
Yes.
it's through the BOD challenge pack, because all of those things, the commission is more than 25%. Isn't it a 50% commission on
40.
BOD? 40. Okay, I knew it was something like that. And so over time, those BOD, because it's a quarterly payment, those add up. So it definitely is something to start doing.
No, and that's where that video is where I got the idea. We're singing the same languages in so many ways, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Amy knows what's up, you guys. That BOD trial offer, even if they just stay on BOD with the reoccurring commissions and residual income, is amazing. So, but honestly, I have people just sign up with a challenge pack right after, during their 30-day trial, because I just get them on BOD and experiencing it, and it's amazing. So I don't necessarily make commission. I'm not making a whole lot of BOD commission right now because I'm upgrading them to challenge packs before it would renew. But that video is what made me realize that I had to be utilizing the BOD opportunity and what that has to offer so much more. It's amazing, and it's the way of the future. So start using it now, because DVDs are on their way out the door. DVDs are going to be so 1990 pretty soon. So really, just get on the BOD train. It's amazing. I love BOD, and especially with all the new stuff they're putting out there. You guys know, Fixate, 3-week yoga retreat. I am stoked about everything that they're putting out there. So what I love about kind of looking at inviting as like this 3-step process is it makes it far less scary for me. And it doesn't matter the outcome of any conversation. I'm not attached to any outcome of any one particular conversation. It doesn't matter because I know that I'll be successful and I know I'll find the right people if I just invite and talk to enough people, okay? Because everyone is going to be ready at a different time. And although I definitely am willing to help someone be ready, they're not always ready the month that I want them to be ready. And I'm not going to push them past where they need to be pushed. You know, I'm going to focus on having more conversations and finding the people that are ready to join me now and are ready to make changes in their life. And trust me, they're out there. We just have to find them. So my favorite analogy when it comes to our coaching businesses is the crazy farmer analogy. So some of you guys might be familiar with this, but I talk about this to my team all the time. And this is something I embraced as a baby coach. I looked at myself as a crazy farmer. I said, I'm going to be a crazy farmer. And this is when I decided to work the business. So this isn't discount coach. When I decided I'm all in, I'm going to drop out of frickin' college. I need to be a crazy farmer and get some shit done. I need to make some things happen. So I just embraced that analogy to the maximum. I started planting seeds everywhere, throwing seeds all over the frickin' place. I would talk to anyone and everyone who would talk to me with no attachment to the results or the conversations or the people. Okay. And I watered those seeds. I knew that some seeds were going to sprout sooner rather than later, but some would take a way longer time. And I just kept watering them. And, 3 to 6 months down from when I really started embracing being a crazy farmer, I saw all my actions actually becoming results. But it took 3 to 6 months of being a crazy farmer to even see anything from it. Right? I mean, I'm helping a few people, but to see really like people signing up left and right that I had been talking to 6 months ago, it took time, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. So embrace being a crazy farmer, plant seeds anywhere and everywhere, water those seeds by following up with people and continuing to build a genuine relationship, whether or not they say yes or no. When someone says no and you disappear, it shows them that you were only talking to them for a reason. But when someone says no and you continue to check up on them, you continue to be their friend, you continue to engage with them on social media, and it shows that you're genuine. And I absolutely love Streak for tracking my conversations, following up with people. That's how I am doing everything. So I highly recommend Streak if you haven't checked it out yet. Obviously don't have time to go into that today, but yeah. And I just accepted the fact that I almost always hear no from someone before I hear yes. And now that I know that, no's excite me because I know I'm closer to hearing that yes. The worst response to me, no's don't scare me anymore. I'm like, bring on the no's, come on, come on. What scares me or what I don't like the most is no response. Right? No response is horrible because then you don't know how to go one way or the other. But you want to make sure you're always I want people to be okay saying no to me. Oh my gosh, your dogs are killing me right now. They're so cute, Amanda. So I want people to be able to say yes or no, to be honest with me. If people can't tell you no, then that means they don't feel comfortable with you. They don't have that trust there. For some reason, they're afraid to tell you no. And people need to be able to say no to you. It's okay to hear no, right? It just means no, not right now. But if you are getting a lot of no responses, then take a look at your conversations because maybe they're feeling like if they say no that they're crushing your feelings or doing something to you. So I give a disclaimer for being able to say no. Yeah, be like, it's totally cool if you're in or out, like whatever. It's all gravy either way, right? Be human, be very personable. Okay, so we've done a lot about talking about fear. We've done a lot of talking tonight, and I want you guys to, after this call, go out there and get your hands dirty, okay? So this is what I want you to get your hands dirty doing. And if you have these things, if you already do these things, then just keep doing them, okay? So the first thing is a dream team list. Does anyone have a dream team list? Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm all about visualization. I'm all about manifesting and bringing things into my life. And so a dream team list has been amazing because what a dream team list is 10 people that I would love to have on my team. Oh, it's right behind you. Cool. So, and yeah, I've got mine on my whiteboard too. So I put 10 names on my list at all times of like, not just like someone I think I'm like, oh yeah, that person would be a good coach. Like people that I would love to have on my team, people that I would like freak out if they decided to join my team, my dream team, dream people I want to work with. So this isn't like my best friend. I mean, maybe your best friend's on your dream team, but my dream team right now is really freaking scary to me. I have some really like, you know, like it would, I don't know. It just would really excite me if they decided to join my team. Okay. It's a dream team. So make a list of 10 people that you know right now. So you have a relationship with them and that you would love for them to be on your team. Who do you see being the next top 10 coach on your team? That's who I want you to be putting on this dream team list, okay? And then having a system for how you are bringing on new coaches. And I know, do you guys use like the Set Your Soul on Fire, all the new coach welcome stuff, or do you have your own process? Okay, so you're all using about, you can unmute yourself if you want.
I have my own and I use Set Your Soul on Fire.
Okay.
But I tweaked Set Your Soul on Fire because Amy's language is not my language.
Yes,
and if I sent that, then it wouldn't.
Okay.
So, you know.
Totally. Okay, so basically having a system for how you onboard new coaches, and you guys all have access to that, to Amy's system, and it's amazing. So take that and make it your own, but have a system. You don't need to know it all to start bringing on coaches. You don't have to have all the answers. If you wait till you know everything in this business, you're going to be waiting forever because I still don't know anything. So please don't wait till you know everything to get started and start building your team. I feel like that's the biggest thing that holds people back is they're like, well, I'm a new coach, so how can I bring on other coaches if I'm just figuring it out? The amazing thing is you have upline teams and upline support and upline systems. So don't try to just like make all of your own new systems from scratch unless like you're so possessed to do so. But honestly, Amy's stuff is going to work 10 times better for you because it's been proven. So use that stuff and just make it your own with your own words and whatnot. But have a system for how you're bringing on new coaches. And if you're not familiar with your upline coaches system, then check it out, get familiar with it. And also one of the things that I love to do beyond just onboarding coaches before the onboarding is to have a system for that too. So a system for how I am filtering through my prospects, like I'm moving them through stages, and applications are a big part of my system when it comes to onboarding new coaches and challengers. But applications are amazing because it gives you like so much information about people. It's totally free to create. It gives you a follow-up list, and it gives you a ton of really hot prospects. Anyone that takes the time to fill out an application is really interested, okay? And it's totally free to do. I create all my applications on Google Forms. So if you don't have a coach application, if you don't have an application to join your team, you need to have one. Okay, so I use applications for everything, but my homework for you tonight is going to be to create an application to join your team. Or if you already have one, why don't you go revise it? Or if you already have one, go post it somewhere. Go invite someone to fill out the application or post on social media, okay? So if you're already 2 steps ahead of what, I'm asking you to do, don't just be like, oh, I'm not going to do the homework. Just take it up a notch, okay? But yeah, that is really going to help you so much with just your onboarding process, your following up with people. It's professional. Like I said, it gives you so much like a snapshot of somebody before you even have that conversation. And I know that anyone that fills it out is super, super excited. Okay. So once again, action items. 1, create your dream team list. And after you create your dream team list, I want you to post it somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. Okay, so if that has to be your car because you're still working your full-time job and you commute to work every single day, then put your dream team list on your dashboard of your car. Tape it in there, okay? It needs to be somewhere that you look at it every single day. And you think about those people every single day. And when you think about those people, don't just think about them, act on it. Anytime I think about someone, I message them. Maybe it's just a really nice message to make their day, but I don't just think about it, I act on that thought, okay? So if you haven't already started conversations with your dream team, start there. Start by just talking to those people, getting reconnected, engaged in their life, okay? But if you have already been talking to a dream team, if you already have a dream team, go for the ask. Go for the ask with some of these people that you've been relationship building with. Use a message. Here, I'll copy and paste a couple things into the chat box really quick that you guys can save really quick. Oh, shoot, now my cursor's freezing. And once again, these are my words. My words aren't going to work for you. So just like you would with anything else, make it your words. So that's kind of the message that I use when I am like afraid to talk to someone about coaching that I thought would be a good coach for a while. And yeah, so go for the ask with those people and then create your coaching application. I have a couple different coaching applications. I kind of honestly always changing it, but I will share some of my applications with you guys so you can check them out. They're like, I'm not saying that these are good applications, but I just want you to see kind of what it looks like. If you are not familiar with applications, I know Caitlin has applications as well, so she can share her applications with you guys or whatnot. But just to give you a starting ground, please, please, please make them your own. Ask your own questions. I'm always tweaking it, honestly, because like I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a really good question. I want to make sure to ask, and then I'll be like, oh no, I need to take that one out. So like I'm constantly revising and changing things, but I love my application. So as soon as someone fills out the application, I then transfer them over to my streak so then I can make sure I'm following up with them. But yeah, I absolutely love like just having a system so that I know kind of how to take people through it. And it saves time from me being like, okay, what now? So create your own systems and you will be far more successful and efficient with your time. Okay, I think that's like everything I've got for you guys. Sorry for talking your ears off. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat box or unmute yourself. I'd be happy to answer anything.
That was absolutely amazing. I took 2.5 pages worth of notes, so I really hope you guys did too. So many gold nuggets. So yeah, ask any questions while we have it for a few more minutes.
Yeah, anything. It can be totally unrelated to tonight's topic. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything. But seriously, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for having me. This is a ton of fun, and it's always a blast connecting with other teams and other coaches. And if you ever see me at an event, please come say hi. I love connecting with this community.
I have a question.
No, go.
Totally new because I'm in the trenches right now. But Kaylin, are you sure? Okay. So I this week has been big and figuring out, like mapping out what needs to be done in order for our team. My team is the Soul Shine Tribe. So for our team to achieve elite together, I know what has to be done. And what is missing is, yes, also thank you for doing this for us. So what needs to be done, or what's missing, the missing link is Success Club, which I talk about all the time. And I am hitting Success Club every month. And I make that a non-negotiable, and I haven't been hitting numbers that I would like to, but I'm at least hitting Success Club 5. And I don't allow myself to not, because it's just not an option. Love that. And then also the diamond part. That's like that's these little Success Club. That's literally like little hills where like I know what like we just need to do it. But then it's like the rank advancement, because inviting people is not happening to hit Success Club, then inviting to be coaches, to build businesses, like that's Mount Everest. You know what I mean? So we're getting to be elite, like getting your team to elite. How are you maneuvering those courses there? Because I'm like, I'm just feeling frustrated, but excited at the same time. And I'm focusing on excited rather than frustrated because I know my girls can do it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No doubt in my mind. 2 of them are on this call. I don't know if Courtney's still here. Courtney's not still here. Alyssa's here. And I know that they can. I know that they will. I just want to know, like, how did you help your people? Because that's what it comes down to, is helping our people.
Yeah.
And Amanda's in the same boat. So
honestly, like, it's just become our team culture. Like, Success Club is a big part of our team culture, and that it all starts with me, or for me, with inviting, like hitting Success Club, rank advancing. It all starts with inviting. So I feel like a lot of times when people, they're scared to invite, like they don't have systems, they don't have organization, they don't have lists that they're working from. So like any coach that is struggling to hit Success Club, like I'm going through and like, I want to see their contact list. I want to see their follow-up list. I want to see that they have a system of how they're navigating through things without just like kind of doing a free-for-all. Because I find that that's where the missing link is people aren't inviting because they don't have a list of people to invite. So when they go to invite, they're like, oh, what do I do now? So just making sure that they're setting up like the foundational things that are going to make inviting easy for them. But it's not easy. It's not easy for sure. To be honest, like the elite points has never been an issue for me because we have a Success Club culture. So my elite points are always pretty solid. It's the rank. I don't push people to rank advance. That's not my leadership style at all. I help people rank advance if that's one of their goals, but I don't push people with ranks. Like Premier, the first year where I hit Premier, I had all my elite points, obviously. I just didn't have the rank. So creating a Success Club culture on your team, and obviously leading by example, which you're doing, but if they're not hitting Success Club, if they're not having successful invites, going through inboxes, looking through messages, and actually tweaking conversations, like we get really down and into it, at least with my personally sponsored. That way I can kind of help identify what their missing link is. Because it sounds like you found like what your team's missing link is. It's like now you have to go a level deeper and see where something is not connecting. And it can often be different for each person, is something different is holding them back. But yeah, my goal is to help 6 personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club every month. And that's kind of how I look at it. And I try to hit Success Club early on so then I can help my coaches hit Success Club in the later half of the month.
Same. And that's what was happening. I had an SC base of 7 for several months.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was great. I was like, whoa, what is happening here? Great things. And then all of a sudden, it's like right at the beginning of the summer, everybody kind of just pieced out. So,
and there's going to be ebbs and flows always.
Like big life events that happen for a lot of people. And so, just being supportive is something. But I just got an aha moment though when you were speaking. Maybe one-on-one, when we do one-on-one calls with our personally sponsored coaches, which is something that I'm going to be doing more of. Like sharing their screen and like critiquing their messages, like one-on-one Zoom screen shares. I think that would be a really good thing to do.
Honestly, I've done that with a couple of my coaches just one time. And through that one time, it literally changed the course of their entire business because it was just like they were saying too much, or they like you get to the root of the problem real fast that way. But it's hard. People have to be willing to let you in there. And that can be the hardest part. But I'm like, hey, like let's get to the bottom of this and figure out where we're going wrong. If they want it, right? And if they're not having a conversation, then there's nothing to critique.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Seriously. So grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you guys. You guys all rock. Seriously. Like, just keep doing your thing. You guys, like, like if the entire coach network could just be like, set your soul on fire, it would be amazing.
And Team Fit Revolution.
Yes. We are a very diverse group of people, which I love.
it's a very similar vibe though. Like, I think that's why I connected when you're like, oh, and I looked at your page. I was like, oh, I would have like just automatically connected.
I'm from Bellingham, Washington. Or I live in Bellingham, Washington now. I'm from the Seattle area. So yeah, PN dubs. But yeah, like another thing when it comes to, I just thought of this, when it comes to helping my coaches rank advance, I don't push my coaches to rank advance, but I will dig into their downline. So if I have coaches that are working toward diamond and I see that they have 5 coaches and 2 of them are building and have 1 coach, I'm messaging those coaches. And I'm connecting with those coaches and being like, hey, congratulations. I see you're starting to build your team. That's so awesome. And I often find that an upline message from someone that they're not expecting to get a message from is gold. They're like, what? Lauren knows who I am? And and regardless of who you are, like people, they're not expecting to get a message from you, you know? So just messaging, digging into your downline. And if there's anything that you can do to support that person, why not, right? That was actually something that I learned from my sponsor because she helped me get to 2-star diamond by really helping kind of cultivate my diamonds deep in my downline. She's always been really good kind of about pulling people. Like Carly Del Carlo, for example, is 5 levels deep from Sarah Tri, but she scooped her up and was like, hey, Carly Del Carlo has a lot of potential here. I should help Carly Del Carlo. So we have always been a very kind of giving, and we don't care who the sponsor is. We will dig in all over the place and kind of help people. So I don't know if that applies to any of your coaches or their business centers, but if there is, even if they're not recruiting coaches yet, if your coach signs a rock star coach who you start noticing their posts on social media, even just sending them a message, hey, I've been loving all of your social media content. It's on point. How's everything going for you? It can be very, very valuable. So yeah, okay, I'll stop talking your guys' ear off.
No, it was absolutely amazing. I love that.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you. No, we're all super grateful for you.
Awesome. Yay.
This is definitely a call I would rewatch, guys, because so many notes.
Hey, I'm so happy. That makes me so happy.
Thank you again, Lauren.
Of course. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but thanks so much for having me, guys.
Get into action.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you guys for all being on the call. I seriously think that was like an amazing call. So many notes. So many notes. And now it is time to go dig and get into action and invite all the people. I don't know if Amanda has anything to say.
I wish I had more to say today. My brain's still a little funky. I'm doing the ultimate reset, but I know I took a lot of notes, and I really relate to her like a lot. And I realized that I could be doing so much more in helping everybody hit Success Club and offering value in some way, which was an eye-opener. And so anyway, I'm just really excited to like move our team forward and to help more people and do this thing. Like talk to a lot of people and just get out there. It's still daylight here, so I got work to do. Even if it was dark out, I would have work to do.
Yeah. No, I agree. I had so many good takeaways. So if you are on my and Team Live and Love, you should go post your takeaways in the team page. Mm-hmm. I will start a thread, and I'm sure Amanda will have you do the same. Yes. And ignite passion.
Yes.
So thank you guys for doing like a co-op or a co-team call. I couldn't say that earlier. I'm PMSing and I have PMS brain and like it's everywhere. But what was I gonna say? I have a couple more people I think in the next few weeks who might speak because I'm friends with some local elite coaches. So if that happens, I'm sure we'll be doing more of these types of calls. I keep using my hands. I need food and to work. So thank you guys. Love you all.
Thank you.